They say when you're surrounded by infinity, make any wish and it will come true. So I'm going to find some infinity. Is there some intelligence working against me? I am indestructible now. So that is now an automated seed enchanting ritual device. An infused alloy is I set it so that 1 redstone dust and 1 iron ingot go into the chest attached to the sorter, and then it will sort the redstone into this slot and the iron into this slot. And now I can finally fill in all of this and make it look better. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not terrible. It's not perfect. I'm not a big fan of the holes, visible holes underneath them, but I suppose the point of this being automated is that I don't have to come and see it. But now I just have 1 input and 1 output, and if I could connect those to the computer, I could request things. Can I make an iron crafter? I can. Ah. Yeah, look at that, just in time to see it all work. Brilliant. So this system does definitely now work, and this works very well for the little things, the things where it's not going to be in massive quantities. So I have a long row of them, and then it'll send sort of 1 to each. So I now have an iron crafter. So I wonder, does that... Okay, that does show up differently on there. Okay. Ah, I suppose that matters if they've got different, crafting speed. So can I actually do, like, a speed upgrade? There is a speed upgrade. Sugar. Range upgrade. I don't know what that would be for. Ah, transmitters, yeah. Crafting upgrade, stack upgrade? Is that so that they can craft a stack at once? Yeah, that looks like 4 speed upgrades for a stack. Silk touch, is there some sort of... Ah, the deconstructor. Fortune deconstructor. Regulator? Redstone, I don't know the purpose of the regulator. Now that I've got this all set up, I feel I should start focusing on targeted improvements towards infinity. So to get singularities, I need vast amounts of a single material. So for that, I need rows of the cloches. So do I have the things I need to automate cloche production? It's missing the incandescent light bulb and the treated wood planks. So first of all, make a pattern for that. Treated wood planks are creosote and wood. Ah! I can probably automate that with a crafter as well. So if I put that in to get treated wood and a bottle of creosote, this is going to have to be a processing. Ah. Oh, wow. Seriously, can it just do that? Well, there is fluid storage, isn't there? Hang on a sec. Yeah, there is fluid storage disks. So I can... probably just store fluid directly in here as well, in which case I need a disk drive. So can you build me one of those? You can. So the smallest one is 64k fluid. So if we skip the smallest one and go for the second. Yeah, so that should be everything I need to produce cloches and also these storage disks. So if I create one of these... I don't have the iron for it. Okay. That's alright. Put the next disk bank there. So as soon as I do have the iron, how much iron do I currently have? 12. Alright, well, as soon as I've got the iron, I can then create the fluid one and get the treated planks set up as an automated system. Oh. Who? Who is they? Who? Who what? Who? I don't understand what this means. Who is they? Who? Oh, God. I don't know. I don't know, Wall. I don't know who you're talking about. I'm going to set up a iron axe just so that I can get iron axes for the sapling machines, the bonsais, which I should also hook up now that I think about it. Sticking the external storage, because I think they're actually best used as external storage, because I don't want saplings. That's the advantage of it. It can create a buffer. That's how I stop the generation system from filling on my machine. Instead of having it output directly into the storage, which is always going to be a limited thing, I instead have them with the crafters like I have been, and then each go into their own separate sort of storage box. I then have those hooked up as external storage, and I can access them through the computer should I need them, but in the rest of the time, they're just essentially a massive overflow. That is perfect. I reckon I need automated ways of reducing these, so if I just quickly stick one of these each in there. That way, I can just go here, stick all of that in there, and this should produce me 2 iron seeds with absolutely no fuss. It seems like it's doing it, but it is kind of slow. So I'm going to go get some infused alloy as well, and hopefully I'll be able to upgrade those the same way. Yep, that just updates, and I'm probably going to need to dig up the floor to make sure this is all done. Yep, that's all updated now. 2 more iron seeds. I think I'm going to swap some more of that lapis for iron, just because iron is still a massive bloody problem. That is weird. It's supposed to round robin, I think. Yeah, I set it to round robin. And yet, it still prioritizes sending them to the first one. Another way I can get iron is by generalized overworld predictions and rotten flesh. I think I do have... I think I do. Yeah, I've got 40 of that. If I had... I don't particularly like having it in there, and I suppose if I can use it for something... Put that sort of stuff behind me a bit. Let's see. Connecting that. Oh, we're out of predictions, but that's okay. I did put that in there already. So can you produce me a stack? So this is going to use a lot of power, but power should be one thing I don't have to worry about, because... Oh no, that is draining my power. Oh, it could just be because it's filling these up? Oh no, it's because it's filling that up. Because that has an absurdly high power capacity. Alright, cut that off now. It's still got tons of power in there, so it should still run, and it's going to stop draining my empty system. How many of these can I make then? 32? It's putting use to the flesh of our fallen brethren, I assume. But at least it's putting you used to it. I don't like it, but I'm actually beginning to run low on quartz now. I've only got 58 blocks left. Can I grow that as well? I assume I can. I can grow most things. Nether quartz seeds? Tertium. Okay, so if I get... I think if I produce 1 nether quartz seed, then I'm covered. So if I just take 4 of those and some tertium, then this way I've got it. So even if I run out of seeds, it's not the end of the world. Figuratively speaking. I'm guessing I can do these sorts of things in order to produce things on the engineering workbench as well. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't be able to. So if I use that to make... Oh, that's the wrong thing. Sorry, I thought that was iron. To make incandescent light bulbs and iron mechanical components. There. Redone without the blueprint, because the blueprint will just stay in there and therefore doesn't need to be sent to the place. I should put that over there with the rest, shouldn't I? I've stuck in bridge patterns and glowstone because I have an idea. What if the crafting building isn't necessarily floors? What if I have, like, the bridge going all around it? Like if I have a bridge going across like this, and no ceiling or floors, it'll make it feel a lot more open, and I can sort of have this thing spiraling round, I guess? I don't know if that would just be wasted space, frankly. Yeah, I think it's an interesting idea, but I don't think it would actually be very valuable in practice. Because I don't need, like, big spiraling things. I don't have, like, abnormally shaped things. I've got rows of machines, and rows of machines work best when you have, you know, a row, and you don't have diagonals. Any diagonal stuff would be pretty wasted space in itself. What about, like, this? With this... Oh, that's the... Yeah, that's the inner wall, but that's okay. I'm happy getting rid of the inner wall for the extra block of space. But if I have this going down here, I can then have these like so. Yeah. And then I can get rid of this central column because that's just in the way, and essentially have like 2 rows and maybe a central column open. Wow, look at all that inferium. There is still that just constant stream of inferium, which is good to see, but I'm sort of unsure if it's enough anymore, especially when I do start getting into the seed production, so I might have to ramp that up next. That's not too bad. This allows me to mark out sort of the area I have for walking and the area I have for machines. So if I do just thread this along, so it does need a 2-wide thing all the way around. There. So that gives me a fair bit of space for machinery and stuff. And then I just... Oh, put that one back. And then I can just go down another floor and have another. If I'm going to sort of color code stuff with chests, let's have a copper chest as the one for the engineering. Copper chest there. And then it'll be... an importer here. If I just stick that there for now, stick a... that's the one downside with these, because you can't jump over them, you've got to go all the way bloody round. There. So that there, and then the importer onto there. Yep, that's just a dumb importer. And that is attached to the copper chest. I have... Oh, can I even extract from this? It seems I cannot. If there is any way to automate that bench, it'll probably be in the engineering manual. Automated workbench. The automatic workbench is one of the first major successes. Wow, that's old school. Okay. That doesn't look ideal because he uses a conveyor belt, but I guess it's better than nothing. 5 steel scaffolding, 4 light engineering, 1 redstone engineering, 2 heavy engineering, 2 treated wood, and 4 conveyors. Alright, I'll stick all of those in the pattern table. This is not an easy thing to make, so I hope this is worth it. This uses a lot of steel. You know, I kind of feel like this is worth doing manually. I don't think I'm going to have the use for all of this stuff. Steel scaffolding, light engineering. So engineering. For the light engineering, I need iron sheet metal. Alright, I should go and do a load of... Oh, I've got a load of iron in there now. Alright, I'm just going to make 64 iron plates. Looks like I'm also going to need... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 steel plates as well. And an electrum ingot. Molten electrum is made of silver and gold. Ooh, after draining the power, it seems it is getting it back day by day, but slowly, so I definitely need more solar panels. These can go on the things I've already got. So that's an extra 200, not a great deal. One more, but now again I am out of iron. What do I need for a conveyor belt? Leather, iron, and redstone. Where am I going to get leather? Do I have leather? I have 1 leather. That's not very good. I should have set up that cow farm a while ago, shouldn't I? 4 flesh for a leather. No, I'm not doing that. I got to load more of the overworld predictions, so how much more can I make? 2 stacks of iron. before running out of predictions. That's quite helpful right now. Ah, it's nice that it ticks that to know that I've got it. 4 light engineering blocks. So I need 16 mechanical components. And 64 plates is not quite enough. Sheet metal. And that is now enough to make the 4 light engineering blocks I need. How many heavy engineering blocks? 1 redstone and 2 heavy. So more sheet metal to produce the 1 redstone. And I'm going to need an electrum ingot. There we are. That's now alloyed together into electrum. Turn that into a single ingot, allowing me to then make heavy. Nope, I haven't produced any of the heavy stuff I need. Steel, sheet metal, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And that is what I need to produce 2 of those. So I still need 2 treated wood slab. That should be easy enough. And 4 conveyors. So the conveyors... Oh yes, the leather. Well, at least I only need 3 leather. Wilden wing. I do have Wilden wings. So use those to make 2 leather. And tell myself that I will set up a proper leather production thing later on. Convey... Convey. To produce 8 of those, I only need 4 of them. And that should be everything I need now. So how do I do this? It is... it looks like a zigzag. Where are the in and outs of this? Stop. Okay, it looks like the item imports are the 2 hatches with blue dots, and the power is above them. Oh, so it needs power as well. I didn't bring any power cable. So the bottom layer is the 2 light, a heavy, the redstone, and a zigzag of that. And the zigzag is pointed towards the corner with the in and the outputs. So that is going to have to be this corner over here. First of all, the 2 light engineering in the corner, like so. Then the redstone and a zigzag of scaffold with the heavy up in this corner. Then it looks like the conveyors going around. So 2 more lights in this corner. And the conveyors are going this way. I think with the 2 treated wood there. And the other heavy in this corner. Is that everything? Yes, it is. So then I think I just hit it. Alright. So I think this is where the output is going to be. Which is a bit awkward, but I can deal with that. Alright, well the power's got to go in exactly where this glowstone is. First of all, let's get the power up there. Ooh. And I'll just run it up the side of the building. Into this point, which is where it's going to be going in on the next floor. And I don't know where I'm aiming. This way? Yes, this way. Oh yeah. So I'll just dig out a massive hole here. So the power goes up there and vanishes into the ceiling and connects to there. Drop down, and that should now be powered. It is not. Why not? That is not powered either. Is it because we have run out of power? A little sleep later, power is now flowing again, so I should be able to see this thing filling up. Which I do. Great, that is a good sign. That means there's one thing I've done correctly. And then the items have to... Alright, first of all, remove these. So the item has to go in here. Although, do I need the intermediate chest if this is itself an automated thing and I'm not going to be linking it up with any more? I could just have it... I could probably feed it directly in. I don't know if that would work. Automated workbench. It does recognize it. That's a good sign. Stick in those two. And the blueprint in there. So, iron and thingy. Okay. It can do both. I just don't know if it'll do it automatically, if it'll swap between them automatically. That could be a problem if it doesn't. Let's get the cable here. Take this one. That's now connected. So that should be able to request those without needing... Ah! Oh! That's not right. How did they get in there? Alright, so I should be able to do a little test and see how it outputs. If I just take those mechanical parts out. If I request 2 of those, do that. Now I just need to get there before it does anything so I can find out what it does. It has done nothing. Why has it done nothing? Is it because it was set to the wrong one, perhaps? Hasn't thrown an error? Sorry, How did it make them? How did they get back in there? Because that's... How did it do that? Did it just deposit them straight back in? I mean, don't get me wrong, that would be very, very helpful. I just struggled to believe it. Put a pattern for paper in here. Alright, so there's definitely no other way to produce incandescent light bulbs except by using this device that is attached. So if I ask it to do that... Scheduled 3, that's correct. By the time I get here... Right... It sent the stuff over, but is not crafting it. 3 paper, 1 glass, and 1 copper. That's correct. Oh. 3 paper, 1 glass, and 1 copper. Yeah, no, that is correct. So why did it not craft it? I'm stupid to be running around when I can just move the bloody monitor. Right. Crafting monitor and the thing. So I can request it and see how it's going. So cancel that. So that is currently set to the bulb. If I request a bulb... It puts the stuff in there and doesn't craft it. What about another iron mechanical? Oh, cancel that. Is that doing that automatically? Because I didn't see the stuff go through this. The 2 ways to produce this are 4 plates and 1 copper to produce 1 in crafting, or 2 and a copper to produce it in the bench. If it is crafting it, then it would use... Let's see. Alright, if I just put in 2 plates, that is all it should need if it is using this machine. Okay, yeah. So it does try to craft it. Why? It's... Because it's in a crafter? So that's saying that if it's in a crafter, it cannot function with this. Alright, well, I guess that's just... So how does... But what? Why would... I'm just confused now, because you can't craft it with 2, and yet it's set as a processing recipe. Do I also have it in there as a normal recipe? Yes, I do. Take that out, then. Let's try this one more time. First of all, that's not active, so create 1 of... Did I put it back in there? Yes, it's still in there. So create 1 mechanical part. Begin. So it puts the stuff in here, and then does nothing. Unless it is set to the right thing, in which case it just chucks it on the floor. Yeah. Yeah, I see why this was one of the earliest developments. Oh god, weren't we so good back then? The bloody shard machine is more sophisticated than this. Alright, no it's not. The shard machine is incredibly basic, but the shard machine works better than this does. Alright, how about this? I put a chest there, a hopper there, then I get rid of the chest, and I instead put an importer there, connected via cable underneath the machine to the network. Then I put glass in here to hopefully cause the dropped item to fall onto the hopper with a guaranteed chance. And now if I request another one of these, it goes in there and it starts to work. And I stand all the way over here so I can watch as it runs out of power. Alright. Then it drops into the thing and presumably then gets imported. Alright, so we have a working system here. It's inelegant, and I hate the fact that it drops on the floor, but it works. The issue then is that I can't seem to do that with this one. So if I now request a bulb, the stuff goes in there. I don't know why the stuff isn't crafting. Like, even if I manually switch it to the right thing, why is it not crafting? 1 glass, 1 copper ingot, and 3 paper. It gets added here, but I don't know why that is not crafting it. Because it should, right? If I just have an ordinary workbench, I grab this stuff, I grab this, it is exactly the same, I stick that in there, and it produces 3 incandescent light bulbs. I don't know why that is not crafting here. Alright, if it's set to none of them, will that still craft? No. Alright, so it seems I do need a separate one of these for each, which is bloody bizarre. Oh, it's an automated system, but it can only do one thing on repeat. This is a massive machine for a dumb crafter. Like, that... Oh, God, whatever. I suppose the point of modernization is that you manage to do more things in a smaller space, but still, that's pitiful. But the fact that it can't do the incandescent light bulb is an issue. So I need to create a second one of these here. I mean, luckily there is just about enough space for that to go here as well. And then I can still have my machines around the edge. But that is shocking. Oh yeah, no, maybe that's the reason it was not working. Because that is not the incandescent light bulb, that is. So alright, let's try one more time. Request one of those, items get sent, I put it on the right thing. Okay, yeah. I'm an idiot.